and welcome to a new season of Pelicans Report, a show devoted to news about the New Orleans Pelicans and the NBA. I'm Jimmy Smith, Pelicans columnist for the Times-Picayune and NOLA.com. I'm joined today by Pelicans beat writers Reid and Nakia Hogan, and we'll preview Tuesday night's season opener against the Orlando Magic. Well, guys, another season. For the first time in a couple of years, this team is completely healthy. John, you've seen a lot of injuries come and go. How do you think this team is looking this year at this point?
Well, I feel that, it remains to be seen how they pan out, but I think to have everybody back, particularly like a Eric Gordon, who's had this history of injuries, starting the season off injury-free is a big step, and I think that, I think ultimately that they have a lot of depth on this team, and the basis of this team progressing through the season is they can stay injury-free, but I think this is a big sign to start the season off injury-free.
Nakia, this team really did not face any quality competition, especially in the last 4 games of the exhibition season. The opponents were playing their second and third team people, and Tyreke Evans spoke about that at practice on Monday, that it might be a little bit of a concern that they have not been tested yet.
Yeah, that's going to be key. We only saw the core 6 guys together for only 2 games, and even in those games, those minutes were limited. So early on in the season, you're going to really they're going to get tested for the first time. We're going to have to see how Tyreke Evans, how he guards opposing, small forwards. We're going to see how Jrue Holiday meshes with Tyreke handling the ball, and both he and Eric Gordon playing on the wing. So that's something we haven't seen for an extended period of time. So I think these first few games are going to be interesting to see how that all comes together.
Mm-hmm. Everybody is predicting a breakout season for Anthony Davis. He's on one list as the 3rd best player in the NBA. John, you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. I mean, I think that his unlimited talent, we saw signs that he's added that mid-range shot to his game. We saw that in the preseason. And it's just, the thing about him is he works hard at his craft. He's always looking for things to improve upon. And, I think teams are going to go after him a little bit more than probably what we've seen in the previous 2 seasons, that they're going to come up with defenses to kind of push him away from the basket, I think, a little bit more. And I think that's the reason why he worked a lot on that mid-range shot. But I'm not surprised. In fact, I agree that he probably is the 3rd or the 4th best player right now in the league.
Omer Asik, big off-season acquisition. He'll be on the floor with Anthony, Nakia, and Ryan Anderson healthy again, and Tyreke Evans, I think, is the wild card on this team, the X factor. He can play so many different positions and contribute in so many different ways.
Yeah, Tyreke Evans, like you said, he's the X factor. He's the guy right now. We talked about it one day in practice. I think I brought it up, and I said I think Tyreke Evans could be the 2nd best player on this team because just of his multifaceted game. Like he could handle the ball, he can penetrate, he can distribute to others. I think what's going to be key is how well he plays defense. But then again, he won't have to be a world beater because of the guy you mentioned first, Omer Asik. In the middle, he's a guy that's going to help everybody because he's their last line of defense, and he's a pretty good one at that.
Lots of offensive firepower on this team, up and down the roster. Can they hold teams under 100 points, or will they have to outscore teams to win this year, John?
I think they have to outscore teams. I think the days of all NBA teams trying to hold teams to 90 points, I don't think today's NBA, particularly this season, is designed for that. I think for the key for this team is that Monty Williams have to use the talent. He has to blend the talent that he has, and he has to allow these guys to push that tempo, get this quick strike offense, quick scoring, and if they have to outscore teams, you have to outscore them, but that's the way it is in the Western Conference. You're going to be a playoff team, you might have to average 120 points a game to win.
Nakia, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'd agree. I think this is a team that's really built for offense. When you look at the firepower that they have, Ryan Anderson, Anthony Davis, Jrue Holiday, Eric Gordon, it goes on and on. Even guys off the bench who are going to be asked to score, like Jimmer Fredette and Austin Rivers and Alexia Jess. I think this team is built to score. They have 3 pretty good defenders, in Asik, Anthony Davis, and Jrue Holiday, but other than that, I don't think you'd call anybody else a defensive stopper on this team. So I think they're going to have to outscore teams, but they'll probably be nights when they could, hold some teams, 90 or less. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to score 100 plus to win games.
All right, season opener Tuesday night in Smoothie King Center. Well, that's it for today. Join us on Thursday when we recap the game against the Magic and look ahead to this weekend's games against the Dallas Mavericks and Memphis Grizzlies. I'm Jimmy Smith. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.